YouTube. What's going on, man? Back at it again with another video. It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay. I know y'all miss my face. I miss y'all too. It's okay. You don't have to say it. I'll say it for you. It's cool. But you know, we got the NBA free agency video today, man. As promised, I'm going to give you the good, I'm going to give you the bad, and I'm going to give you the eh. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, starting off with the bad, we'll go down the list. Starting off with the Washington Wizards. They lost Dwight Howard and are actively shopping Bradley Beal, possibly John Wall. This is bad because the Wizards, from a fan base standpoint and from a front office standpoint, they were hoping that John Wall and Bradley Beal would be the guys to take them to a championship. And it just didn't work out, plain and simple. So that's the bad for them. The Raptors, they lost Kawhi and Danny Green after winning the championship on the backs of those two. So they have no notable replacements for them. That's bad. The Spurs didn't improve after being bounced by the Nuggets in the first round. 7 games. I don't think that's good for the West. Now, if they were in the East, it'll be all right. But in the West, you have to do something if you don't get close to getting out of the West. The Kings, they lost Willie Cauley-Stein, and they don't have a superstar. So it's just like, I mean, they drafted Justin James and Kyle Guy, so that's good, but just didn't do anything after letting go of Willie Cauley-Stein. The Thunder, bad for them. Of course, they lost 3 starters in Westbrook, Paul George, Jeremy Grant. Westbrook is better than Chris Paul, so that was a downgrade for them. Chris Paul isn't going to be the one that takes this team all the way, especially after losing 3 stars. So, bad for them. The Knicks, we all know how Stephen A has already done his rant. Y'all already know. They failed to get Kyrie and KD, and in addition to that, the Nets got him. So, it's just like, dang, man, that's I feel for you, Stephen A. I feel for you. It's terrible. It's terrible. The Timberwolves and the Pistons were both active, but they didn't do good enough. They didn't get good enough talent in the offseason. So, bad for them. The Nuggets weren't active enough, and I believe they overpaid Jamal Murray. I don't think he was worth all that money, but we'll see. We'll see. The Cavaliers, the Magic, and the Bulls weren't active enough. The Cavaliers, they weren't even a playoff team, and they didn't add anything? And they drafted Darius Garland. It's kind of weird because they already have Colin Sexton, so how's that going to work? I guess they're trying to do a Trailblazers type of thing where they have CJ and Dame in the same backcourt. I don't know. The Celtics, after taking that unbelievable tumble, not even making it to the conference finals in the East. Losing Kyrie, Terry Rozier, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford in the same offseason. It's absolutely terrible. All talented players. They did add Kemba. That's good. They added Enes Kanter. They drafted Romeo Langford. Drafted Grant Williams, Carson Edwards, Tremont Waters. A lot of very guard heavy in the draft, as you can see. But just terrible. Just if you look at where they were last year in the offseason, we all projected them to go to the finals. They didn't even make it to the conference finals. So that alone led to this bad offseason. So anyway, moving on. Now we get to the eh. So starting off with the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers lost Seth Curry, Evan Turner, Enes Kanter, Aminu. They added Whiteside and Pau Gasol. Just not really feeling that. You know, I know everything about Hassan Whiteside pretty much. He's not, his weaknesses scream to me. Like his strengths being a great shot blocker and stuff, but his weaknesses just scream out. Like he can't run the floor that well. He can't defend stretch bigs. You can't run the offense through him. It's too many weaknesses for me. The Hawks lost a few role players, added a few role players, drafted DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish. They're not gonna be great next year, but yeah, just you know. The Hornets, they lost Kimba, Jeremy Lamb, Frank Kaminsky, but they gained Terry Rozier. They drafted P.J. Washington. So, yeah, they weren't that good last year. They didn't even make the playoffs, so not too much to be excited about, not too much to be worried about. The Warriors lost KD, Iggy, Cousins, Cook, and Livingston. They drafted Jordan Poole and added Glenn Robinson III, Willie Cauley-Stein, and D'Angelo Russell. So I don't really know what they're going to do with D'Angelo Russell, to be honest. We all thought they were going to trade him, kind of get him in the trade him for somebody else. I don't know. Maybe they'll just have him running the two until Clay comes back, or they'll have him. I have no clue what they're going to do because he's a ball-dominant player. We all know Steph is a starting point guard, point blank period. So I don't know. Let's see. The Rockets. Westbrook's better than Paul, of course. But Westbrook, we all know he's ball dominant as well. We know he's a lot of people look at him as a stat chaser. Adding him to a backcourt with James Harden, who wants the ball all the time. He wants to play ISO ball. I don't know. A lot of people saying they have chemistry, but that was years ago. They're two totally different players now. Neither one of them were superstars when they were on that Thunder team. They were stars, but not superstars. They both have won MVP since then. They both have got significantly better. I mean, Harden was a sixth man. I mean, come on. But just we're just gonna have to see how that works. They added Ben McLemore and Tyson Chandler as well, so we'll see. The Pacers lost Collison, Tyreek Evans, Bojan Bogdanovic, Wes Matthews, Corey Joseph, and Kyle O'Quinn. So they lost a lot, but they did add Malcolm Brogdon, who's better than all of those players. So, but he's a two. So that's really what's keeping me from saying they did good, because Victor Oladipo's a two. So they're just gonna have to figure out. Excuse me. They're just gonna have to figure out how to play both of them. They're both really good players. The Grizzlies, yes, 9-on-1, I'm sorry. You get the end. They lost Conley, but they drafted John Morant and Brandon Clark. They added Dwight Howard, Iguodala, and Jay Crowder. So they're getting kind of that grit and grind kind of feel back, defensive lockdown, defense creating offense, But at the same time, they don't have that veteran on offense that's going to really take over the game for them at some point. But good mix of young and old. Just not enough offense, I don't think. At least not yet. So we'll see. The Bucks lost Brogdon, Mirotic, Pau Gasol. Added Robin Lopez to his brother. That's good. The brothers are now on the same team. Brooke and Robin. Wes Matthews, Kyle Korver. I think they overpaid Chris Middleton. But just because they don't have a great offseason doesn't mean this team won't be great again next year. I think they'll be right back up there in the conference finals, to be honest. But the 76ers, they lost Butler and Riddick. They added Richardson and Horford. Why did they add Al Horford and keep Tobias Harris? I have no clue. No clue at all. Al Horford is definitely not a 4. He's pretty much just a 5, in my opinion. He's too slow. He's just too slow. But he's still a good player. I don't think he's a bench player, though. So why did they re-sign Tobias Harris? I don't know why they did that. Josh Richardson is just a slight downgrade from Jimmy Butler, pretty much. So, trust me, I know. The Suns, just because they had a good draft, pretty much, and they added Ricky Rubio. They didn't really fool around with any other superstars. They don't have any superstars on their team. They didn't add any. So, yeah. The good. The Lakers, of course, we all know. The Showtime Lakers. They lost Lonzo, Ingram, Hart, Chandler, added Quinn Cook, Avery Bradley, Danny Green, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, the monster. That's going to be nice. It's going to be great to watch. The Clippers lost SGA, Danilo Gallinari, added Kawhi, added Paul George, added Maurice Hawkins. This team is going to be very hard to score on, plain and simple. And we all know Paul George and Kawhi Leonard can score. So my only question to them will be who's going to be really running the point, bringing the ball up the court. Pat Bev is all right. Great defensive player. This team, I'm telling y'all, this may be the best defensive team already. But the Nets, of course, lost D'Lo, Jerry Dudley, added Kyrie, KD, DeAndre Jordan, drafted Jalen Hands. You know, KD not gonna play this year, but I think Kyrie alone makes them a playoff team yet again. So I'll take Kyrie over D'Lo, simply. Okay, let me get back to it. The Mavericks, Dirk retired. They added Seth Curry, Dylan Wright, Boban Marjanovic, the big man. Most importantly, Porzingis. Porzingis gets to play. He's back. He gets to play. Porzingis gonna play, and he's gonna be paired with Luka Doncic. He's gonna be paired with Luka. The NBA is gonna be great this year. All right, so let me get back to it. The Pelicans, they lost AD, Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton. They added Lonzo Ball. They added Brandon Ingram, JJ Redick, Derek Favors, Josh Hart. Most importantly, they drafted Zion Williamson. So, you know, the Pelicans, this young core, man, that's nasty. Can't say they're gonna be fantastic next year. They should make the playoffs. So we'll see. The Jazz, they lost Ricky Rubio, Kyle Korver, Derek Favors, but they added Mike Conley and Bojan Bogdanovic. Two great pickups. I think that alone makes the Jazz at least a second round team in the West. At least. It's gonna be very fun to watch. Conley and Donovan Mitchell in the same backcourt, and then Bogdanovic at the Come on now. Come on. Them boys making moves, man. But then you got Joe Ingles still, and you still got Rudy Gobert. That's gonna be nasty. And last but not least, my Miami Heat lost Whiteside, Richardson, but we drafted Tyler Hero, KZ Okpala. We added Myers Leonard and Jimmy Butler. Wade retired. 3 forever. 3 forever. Did I really just say 3 forever? Anyway, thank y'all for watching, man. Probably the next video. Next video is most likely gonna be NFL contract holdouts. So you know, yeah. It's your boy Jay. We out of here.